Hit the button. I'm so.
You, the fact that the fact that you're going through this and recognizing and understanding this level of work woes at your age actually makes me feel bad. Actually, it makes me feel good for you, and it makes me feel bad for you, and it makes me feel good because, to me, it lends to your level of intelligence, and it means you're gonna learn early how to navigate work politics. But it's sad because it's frustrating, and you're too young to be that frustrated.
Bro, when I tell you, I think I am the only one on my team, truly, who rarely takes time off. Like I have not, like everyone on my team when I think about it, they've all taken like a week off from work and I have not. The most I've done is take a half day and a day off together, and I did that like a couple weeks ago. But because I had to keep telling myself, like, girl, like, you can't be stressed out because, like, you're scared to take a day off because of how, like, bogged down your email gets when you're not in office. And it's like, true, true. And I had some, like, I had a family death. So I had a death in the family like last week, and it kind of just reinforced that whole like you gotta take care of yourself mentally, physically, financially. That's your tag right there. But
She
you
pays
had to,
attention.
but like you had to take care of yourself because at the end of the day, a job's a job. Like who like they don't care because a body's a body at a desk. And it's like you can't be working so hard and also just trying to instill that in myself because I am so young and because like my mom and my dad have both said like girl you get stressed and like high strung very quickly and it's like they've noticed that since I was in like middle school. And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start taking some more days off. You know, I got like 100 hours of leave. Let me take off, bro. It should not come to a point I take a day off, come back, 75 emails. I don't know what to do. Erica, Erica, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you do this? Can you make a shake? Can you do that? No, I can't.
I'll
You were
be
doing
damned.
it fine last year,
I'll be
bro.
damned.
Maybe they
Talking about
weren't.
some. Well, it ain't my fault.
I'll be
Because
damned.
if that's the case, run me the money. Because
Absolutely
clearly,
not. No, you're gonna get this work. You're gonna get this annoying work, and we're
I'm not.
absolutely not gonna give you more money.
And that's when I know it's time to pack my bags.
Absolutely
Because.
not. Money? Are you
Because
kidding me?
that's the other thing. You ain't gonna be working me like all crazy and everything. I shouldn't have to feel like I need to take a day off just to run some errands, bro. Like, I'm gonna look at these emails and half of the emails like I was clearing through. I don't want no Cinco de Mayo lunch. Leave me alone.
Yes, you
I don't
do.
even I don't even like potlucks. I don't like none of that. I like I used to eat lunch in the lounge and then too many people kept coming in there hitting up their lunch thinking that it was an invitation to talk. No.
No
I just want to eat my lunch and watch TV.
bars.
Talking about some
I'm
yeah,
with
have
you
any
on
fun plans for the weekend? No.
No, I do, but it's none of your business.
Yes.
I have smashing, incredible plans for the weekend that you're gonna know nothing about.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I took a half day and a day off a couple weeks ago, and I didn't say why I took the days off. I just took them off. It was such an issue. It was like, did you have fun on your time off? Like, damn right I did. I sure did. But you're not gonna know what I did. Same thing with today. It was like, oh, you took today off? Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah. I'm not gonna tell you what I took it off for because it's none of your business. Okay. I like my personal life to stay distant from work. You don't need to know if I was out in the clubs partying on U Street. None of that. You don't need to know. And I was.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna hit the theme music. Sorry for your loss, Erica.
It's okay. Thank you. Really appreciate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Erica's rant of the week. That is our new segment where Erica Erica owes us a segment. That's a running joke between us. No, man, but we here. We you know, we gonna make it through, y'all. We missed y'all. Sorry about last week, man. Work has been whooping my ass with a capital A, bro. My new job, ooh.
Nah,
But you know what? We getting there.
they so lucky we don't have cameras. They see me. I'm tired.
Oh my god.
Oh, Malcolm X spies on them.
Oh god. Ericca, you look like somebody's aunt.
Don't I? I just
How your
said
mama doing? That's what you look like right now.
it doesn't help. It does not help that I sound so old on the phone with people
Oh my
too. Oh
god.
my gosh. I just said I had to bust out the Malcolm X fives on them. I hate wearing these glasses because I haven't
Not
gotten
the
a
Malcolm X
replacement
fives.
frame. Look at them doing like and then like they also broke it so one side is tilted up. I'm like, oh
Oh my
gosh.
god, yo. Your
But
struggles.
I gotta put them all the way down on my nose to make sure that they're even. But I have to replace them. I know I do. I get so picky and finicky over frames because I feel like I can do that whole thing where you get like five different frames that you pick out sent and you could try them on. But that's my issue is I'm so indecisive by myself that I need someone else to be with me as I'm trying them on to tell me because I can't tell for the life of me. I'm like, does this make me look like a fly or does this make me look like somebody's grandmama? I can't tell. And then yeah. And oh, I also the hair gods, they blessed me today. Thank
Okay.
you.
What does that mean?
Um because I broke a record. Wash blow dry my hair in under an hour.
Here, well, here, what did it do? Here, well, what did it do? Here, well.
It used to take me two.
I'll be down. I'll be down.
I said, "Oh, I'm trying to be done by 7." I looked at the clock. It said 5:45. I said, "Okay."
Oh,
I
wow.
said, "Oh."
Did you miss a spot?
Mm-mm.
What
Everything just,
changed?
you know, I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that I didn't have my contacts in and I didn't have my glasses on, so I was like going in blind with it. I don't know what the determination
That
was
sounds
this
like
time
it
around.
would be a much worse experience because you couldn't see.
Right, but remember, were you the one who I said that I told that I have opposite reactions to things? Like if I took Benadryl, it wouldn't knock me
Yeah.
out; it would get me hype. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe being blind, it was like, you got this, girl. You can see the back of your
I'll be
head.
down. I'll be down.
I
I'll
have
be
my
down.
contacts in,
That is not
and
how
it takes
that's
me
not
two
how the
hours.
senses work.
I'll be down. I'll be down.
That's not how the senses work.
I'll be down.
I don't know what got into me, and not just that, the whole place clean. It's all minty clean. Diffuser on, dishes washed, laundry done, new sheets done, like everything done. Like
Yeah, there's no better feeling than having all the shit done around the house.
I said, how in the world? I said, what was I on? I said, what type of energy did I have today? Because also I had the time to I went to the gym. You know, I'd be up 4 in the morning, Monday through Friday. Went to the gym, came back, ate a handful of grapes, honk chewed. I took a nice little nap. Woke up at 9. I said, I'm late. I was late to do my errands to get up and get running. I done took the trash out. And I've unlocked another level of being one independent but also handiness.
Okay.
I snaked my own bathroom sink
I'll be down.
because
What did it do?
thank you.
Here, well.
Thank you. I'm just a little girl with her own little toolbox and a dream. Because
What?
you should see, you should. Oh my gosh, I wish I could have documented my move-in process because I had to muscle in this big chair by myself during a work day on my lunch, mind you. I had to go all the way out to Spotsylvania to get it on my lunch. Me and the girl, I met her on Facebook Marketplace. It barely fit in my car, and you know I got that little hatchback. I have one of those little apartment wagons. When I tell you that you just saw me in the parking garage, I was sitting there. I had my glasses on. I looked like a little boy in a hoodie on, and I'm just sitting there struggling, trying to get it on this wagon and hoping that the chair wasn't gonna break my wagon. I'm holding all the cushions, and then it's too wide for the door frame to get into the
I'll be
apartment and
damned.
then to
I'll
get
be damned.
into the building.
I'll be
So
damned.
then I'm sitting there, and all you see is me just like doing this to push it through the doorway. Like I'm my body into the chair to get through the doorway, and that's all you hear is a whole bunch of just heavy breathing and me just saying, "Oh my god, if I could just get it through this door, I'd be okay." And then it was I gotta send you the picture. That thing was so stressful, and I was like, I had to do this by myself, but I did the snake. I snaked my sink drain because I was like, I'm noticing that it's getting a little slow with getting a little water down the drain. And because I am so motivated when I want to be antisocial because I told my dad, I said, I went to the dollar store, got my little snake thingy because I was determined to do it before I called in a maintenance request because I don't want to talk to maintenance. I
Oh,
don't.
dollar store sells like snake device thing.
Yeah, it do. It do. I was up in there and said, "Oh, this is nice. This is just what I need. Anything so I don't have to interact with some people." Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
be damned.
$1.25. I said, "Sign me up." So I put on my
I'll
handy
be
dandy
damned.
gloves and I got to work. I clocked in. And that thing was done and water runs perfectly fine now. I said, "Wow, if you look at that." But all because I didn't want to talk to maintenance because I didn't want to fill in a maintenance request, have them come, and then they're gonna sit here for 15 minutes talking and be like, "Oh yeah, oh this is nice. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting you live here by yourself." That's a red flag for me,
I'll
brother.
be damned.
It is a 5-minute work job. Get in and get out.
I
We
forgot you
don't.
live
We
by
don't need.
yourself is crazy, yo. That's a red. Yo, the way women's minds work fucks me up. I can't. Yo,
I am
the
on
way you
alert.
went from. I don't want to talk to anybody. Therefore, I'm going to resolve this myself.
Yes.
To the maintenance guy has creep red flag vibes is crazy.
Yes.
That's
The way.
Why did your
Like
mind go? Oh, it
because
looks nice. Oh my god, you live here by yourself.
because
Whoa. That sounds like it's straight out of a serial killer
yes.
slasher movie. Like
Yes.
what? What do
And
you mean?
I kid you. I kid you not. I kid
I'll
you
be
not.
damned.
I kid you not. I am not lying. Like yes,
Why
I could
did your
be. I
brain
could
go
be
there?
because I will be because I've had so many times where I've had to get maintenance up in here to do something because I'm like, nah, if I'm paying rent here, y'all gonna have to come up in here and fix some things. And they came in to replace the smoke detectors. And I opened the door, let them up in here and everything. I'm over here working. They gonna go knock on the empty bedroom door and be like, maintenance. And I'm like, go in. Ain't nobody here. Oh, I forgot you lived here alone. Pause. You don't know. No, I said I have people that come and look for me. Okay, I have a cat. Okay, I said
Well,
I said don't say no weird stuff
he
like that.
forgot, but okay. So now that makes sense though. He did forget. That's why he knocked on the door.
Yeah, he forgot, but he ain't have to tell me because now I'm on high alert because I'm like, okay, brother.
Yeah, but he just made himself look like a dumbass because he knocked on the door and you're the only one that lives there, which is why
And
he had to say something. You're like,
I am, I
don't do
just
my man like that. That shit is funny.
no, I won't do him like that. But sometimes, like, I'm good with like friendly interactions, social interactions. Yeah, but sometimes it just come in, do the job, and get out. I don't really want
Not
to do all that
not
chit
go do
chatting.
the job. Get the hell out.
I said, if you coming in to switch a light bulb, switch the light bulb. You don't need to be sticking around for 15 minutes just looking around because now I think you plotting on me. Now I think you plotting. Because I'm like, I said, what you looking for? What you looking at? Yep, those are really nice posters, aren't they? All right, get out. Have a nice one. But I truly just did not feel like doing that interaction, and maybe that's just the part of me that comes out because I always say I'm like sometimes I'm introvert, sometimes I'm extrovert. And when the introvert comes out, I will figure out a way to fix something myself before I have to call somebody up in here. Because I'm like, do I really want to do the whole, hey, how's it going? How's life? Oh, nice weather we're having. Oh, the weather finally broke. I don't feel like doing all that sometimes. Especially if you do it at work.
No,
Mask on, mask off. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do
you
it.
sound like me. That's why I love working remotely. You just don't have to deal with people. And I more often than not, I don't want to deal with people, even though I don't do anything heavy
Yeah.
with people throughout the year. But y'all, yeah, what's going on? It's your boy Rob, a host of From My Experience podcast, and we are bike with
Bye.
another episode. I got to co-host this with the mostest with me. Obviously, Erica is here, and we know how
Hey,
she's. We,
everybody.
I cannot. Yeah, I need next week. I'll buy your webcam. Yeah, start filming this bullshit. Oh man. So we weren't on last week, man. Like I said, my new job has been whooping my ass. I was not on last week. Things have settled quite a bit. So now I
Yay.
can get So now I can get back into a routine. So we are bike and um this right here. Let's we got two topics. We may get to both, we may not. But this is one thing I want to talk about for sure.
Mm.
Lessons that you have learned about communication.
Oh.
Like, yeah, I'll I'll,
Oh.
I'll go first this time.
Yes, please.
What I've learned about communication for me is one of the biggest things is choose your words wisely.
Mm.
Um, I think that some people try to disguise things as an attack,
Mm-hmm.
and they hit you with the phrase, "Well, you know what I meant." Do I know what you meant? Am I in your
Mm.
brain? Can I read your mind? No, you use like if someone says to me, "You never." Okay, never is very definitive. Never means you don't do it at all at any point in time, especially not recently. Um, but some people use never as, "Oh, you don't do this frequently. You do it quite infrequently, but you do it." But it's like the word never means no, it's not done. It's never been done. So I hate when people do stuff like that. So I'm very I'll often stop, and I do it on this podcast. I'll stop and think and choose my words carefully because I don't like being misunderstood. It tends to lead to conflict of some sort, and I also want to make sure that I'm driving my point home in the manner in which I desire to do so. So, making sure I choose certain words to convey certain feelings and certain meanings is important to me. So that's one thing I've learned about communication. What about you, Malcolm?
All right. Okay. You know,
I'm leading
I
into it.
yeah. Yeah. Um, to go off of that, I feel like tone also plays a really big role in Tootie, please, I am talking. I don't know if you could hear her changling and everything like that under
Mm-mm.
me at the desk, but yeah, girl, go on. But definitely tone because while they may be saying there's been so many times where the conversation goes left right off the bat because of tone.
Yeah.
So whatever message that you were either trying to say or whatever the message of the person talking to you was trying to say, based off of that tone, it automatically goes out the window right off the bat because it dictates whether or not it's a conversation or it's an argument or we're just not talking at all.
Right.
I know for me, as soon as I feel that there's a shift in tone, or if it's a very dismissive tone, I shut up because it's okay, clear, we got it.
You sound like
Uh,
me.
yeah, I'm like clear, got it. We don't ever have to talk about it again because we ain't ever gonna speak again,
You
or
crazy. Not we ain't ever gonna speak again.
If it's gotten to the point where it's dismissive, oh yeah, I'm like, it's like you might as well be doing this to me while I'm talking.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
doing like a
Just
like
a, yeah.
okay, thanks, thumbs up, like okay, yeah, I'm gonna shut up because okay, it's clear. I think tone it really dictates if I'm gonna listen to you or not because also if you come aggressive to me, I'm shutting down because I'm like we're not talking because it's like unless you're calm and you have a level-headed like and as long as you're level headed, then okay, yeah, we can have a conversation. But the tone, that even lets me know if we're having a conversation or not.
The tone, the tone, the tone, the tone. Yeah,
Mm.
I've had issues with that in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I try to drown out my tone so people will focus on my words, and people still get offended. Yeah, but yeah, tone is a very big one for sure. What about what? Oh, this is what I've learned. You have, I mean, to communicate in general, like literally to
Mm-hmm.
open your mouth and say something. I used to be way too passive,
Mm.
way too passive. Wouldn't say anything or would just smile and nod just to go along to get along. I'll suffer for this little bit of time and then it'll be over. So definitely one big thing about communication is actually communicating, saying something. Stop thinking people can read your mind. Stop thinking that people have or should have your best interests at heart. Most people
Mm.
are actually very selfish. Prime example, classic example. Let's say you giving a coworker a ride to work. He, 10 minutes out the way, you got to pick him up, and now you spend an extra 20 or 30 minutes on the road a day because of them, but they don't ever give you any gas money.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like, you know, everybody wasn't raised a certain way and everyone don't think a certain way. Now, if you want some gas money, you should say something to them. Like, yo, man, hey, I know you've been having a rough time of it, man. We need to work something out here with some gas because, hey, tearing my tank up. Say something to them. Don't just sit there stewing and then,
Mm-hmm.
once they get straight, get on their feet. Now you're talking behind their back because you're mad about them not giving you gas money, yet and still you never even asked them for any. Like you'd be surprised at how many things that you would think people should just know and just do that either one they weren't raised that way and don't know to do it, or two they just ain't gonna do it.
That part, people ain't gonna think like you at the end of the day.
Yeah, that is true. Very true.
Mm. I
Well,
think, sorry.
now I was gonna say what else you got?
I think a lot of people forget about their body language because that already starts off the talking before they open their mouth.
It does.
And, uh, but I've had instances where I'm talking to someone. I know it just sounds like every time I'm talking to someone, they're just like, okay, girl, yeah, keep on talking. But it's like I've had conversations with people where I don't know, maybe it's just a pet peeve of mine too, because I make sure that no matter who I'm talking to, I'll stop talking until they give me eye contact half the time, because I'm like, are you locked in? Are you tuned?
Mm,
Um, but because that's such a big pet peeve of mine, if someone is listening to me, quotes, listening to me talk, and then they ask me a question, not even 2 minutes later, and I had answered that question, but they weren't opening their ears and listening to me,
I didn't hear you.
that will really get me like the one eye gets bigger than the other, and I'm just like,
I
I'm
didn't
done.
hear you, yo.
When they're like, oh, wait, what'd you say? I was like, okay. I feel like what's his face, Mr. Crocker from the Fairly Odd Parents, where he's like, where he
He
does like the whole
convulses. Yeah,
yeah,
striking all the poses.
yeah. That's how I
I'll be
feel
damned.
if you ask me, wait, what'd you say again? After I just said it, and I'm just like, okay, okay. And in my head, you just see like steam just coming out my ears and stuff. But body language is a big one because also one, eye contact, but also if that person is facing you. I also don't like talking to someone and you're like sitting down, say it's a serious conversation, and you're sitting down across from them and they got their body like Like they got the side of them
Body
facing you.
language,
Oh my
crazy.
God. Yeah, because it's like communication, yes, from your mouth, but your body is telling me like you could be saying one thing, but your body's telling me a completely different thing.
I'm fine.
And oh yeah, I'm fine. Oh, I used to hit that all the time. I'm fine. And then be like this in the passenger seat because I was not fine. In fact, and matter of fact, you got a phone call right after you dropped me off.
I don't even do I'm fine anymore. I say I don't have the capacity to speak on this, and I don't want to say something I'm gonna regret. But I'm still processing those my feelings right now. And I hate when
I
people
don't.
ask you if you're fine when they know clearly you're not fine.
Yeah, and I think that's where I get the like annoyance from where it's like, you good? No, you know I'm not. But you know what? Yeah. Or I what I do say is I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be okay. I was like, I'm not right now, but I'm going to be. And that's all you need to know.
That's all they need to know. What the hell? Sorry, broke my fidget toy.
Oh, what's your fidget toy?
It's a controller.
Oh, that's so
Oh god.
cool.
Ooh, I'm ashy. Jesus.
Oh.
I didn't go to the gym, but I walked 2 miles a day.
I'll be damned.
I walk two
You
miles a day.
said
So
it.
I realized that I just played myself. I am ashy though, because I took a shower when I got back, and then I went straight to the store. I forgot to put on moisturization. I may not save my oils for tomorrow. Ain't nobody gonna see me but me for the rest of the night.
There you go.
Um, one more thing I definitely learned about communication. Um, once you say it, you said it.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Once you say it, you've said it. You can apologize and make up and do all that stuff later, but you said it, and they
Mm.
heard it, and they heard it, and there's going to be a result of what you said. It may be spoken one day, it may be through action, it may be through, reciprocation of words, but shit sticks with people, man. Like those of you listening right now, you probably can think back to your childhood, and I know our listeners are like close to my age, mid 30s, early 40s. But even if you're in your 20s, you can remember stuff from like middle school, elementary school.
Oh yeah.
Some people before that, you can remember things that were said to you. Like if I told you name 5 things that people have said to you that made you feel really good, you could tell me. If I say tell me 5 things that people have said to you that really hurt your feelings, you could tell me, and they all wouldn't even be recent.
It's
Some of them
all
will,
from elementary, middle.
yeah, from a long time ago. So
Them developmental stages.
yeah, one of the worst phrases ever: "Sticks and stones may hurt my what? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me."
A
Um,
lie.
big lies, big lies. We were bamboozled. Good for a little child psychology, and stuff like that. But when you get older, and you realize, oh shoot, like they was telling the truth, or oh shoot, they was lying, and I felt the type of way. Man, that's crazy. Sticks and stones and break my bones, but words never hurt me. Wow. Wow. What other lies have we been told?
Oh, so many. It's so many.
Pot of gold
Yeah.
at the end of the rainbow. If you eat a
Yeah.
watermelon seed, it'll grow in your stomach.
Had me tripping.
You tripped over that one?
Oh yeah. I know this is gonna sound so stereotypical of me, but
Y'all had grape soda there too? I just bought some grape soda today, so let's
yeah,
go.
I
We
sure
here.
did.
We here now.
It was a summer I spent with my grandma, and I think I gained like 20 pounds that summer because she
Damn.
was overfeeding us like nobody's business and had us drinking Pediasure because the doctor said we were underweight. Well, guess what, doctor? We were overweight within 3 months. Oh, and had high cholesterol as a 10-year-old.
You
But
had high cholesterol as a 10-year-old?
my cousin did. I did it.
Jeez,
I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
that's a crazy stat.
They were giving us double of everything if we ordered from like McDonald's or Wendy's and stuff. My grandpa, he would always double the order and have us. So it's like you order a McChicken, he gonna give you 2 McChickens, 2 medium fries. Sir,
Y'all ate it?
the button. Oh yeah, I ate it because I was greedy.
Yeah,
And then go get ice cream afterwards. Yeah.
absolutely.
And so one summer, well, it was that same summer, and my grandma was always buying cases of Pediasure and making us drink Pediasure. Like, I was the way that they made us gain weight within 3 months that quickly was that's just crazy to me to this day. But but she always did fruit trays. Cut up this watermelon, half of it, gave me a whole half of a watermelon. Yes, I ate it completely. My stomach was in knots.
Yeah,
And I
half of
had
a
no
watermelon.
seeds. Yeah, I had no seeds left on my plate. I was like, It was like when they
You ate all the seeds?
oh yeah, I was sitting there just eating the watermelon,
What
and
the
then
hell?
I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
What kind of child does that? What?
I'll be damned.
You just
you see how my mom did me? She left me with
did you
her
chew the
mother.
seeds too?
No, like I think the one I did try to
Wait,
chew, and I said,
You
and
said
then I was just
half
like,
a watermelon. I want you to be sure about what.
He cut that thing in half because, mind
And then you
you,
ate all the.
and mind you, my grandma is from South Carolina.
Oh my
So,
god, yo!
so she gets real. So she had like 5 watermelons lined up. Cut them in half. Cut them in half. A half for each grandchild. We were so greedy. Why did she do that to us?
Yo, you didn't. But hold up. First of all, she didn't stop saying why did she do that to us. Y'all greedy asses sat there and continued to eat and drink or whatnot. It wasn't her fault.
Because Mima said, "Here's a watermelon, baby." Yeah, I'm gonna eat the watermelon Mima done gave me. Oh my gosh.
Oh Jesus, yo! I'm not doing this with you.
Had me stressed out, crying in her bed, like, "Oh, I'm about to grow some watermelons in my belly."
Yo, growing watermelons in your belly is crazy. Especially when you get older and you realize the process it takes. It's like,
I was like, okay, so I was a plant. I'm photosynthesized just a little
right? There's no sunlight inside of me.
bit. That sounds so dark.
It did sound dark. Moving on to the next topic. Wait, that was the wrong button.
Oh.
You got headlines? Hell no.
Thank you.
Moving on to the next topic. That's the ad music we never use. Oh. And that's because I don't solicit for ads. If you want to run an ad on From My Experience podcast, hit me up. Admin at fmepodcast.com or Rob at fmepodcast.com. And actually, I do have an announcement, ladies and gentlemen.
Get at your boy.
Pass the Peas Productions presents Way to the Heart. So, if you are in the Columbia, South Carolina, and surrounding areas and you are looking for love, Pass the Peas is shooting a dating show. It is called Way to the Heart. We are going to be shooting this summer in Columbia, South Carolina. The link is in the description of the podcast for you to sign up. You can also catch us on IG. You can follow Pass the Peas. You can follow me, complete_vision, complete being spelled with a K. And you can follow Carl Van. I think he's Carl_Van. Let me look real quick. Nope, he's Carl J. Van. Yeah. So we want y'all to sign up, man. It's gonna be great. It's not a show about embarrassing people. We're not trying to embarrass anybody. Cooking is a big part of it. I mean, Pass the Peas app is a recipe app, but cooking is a big part of it. So now if you don't know how to cook, that's all I'm gonna say. If you don't know how to cook, all right. So make sure you check that link to Way to the Heart. Sign up. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Tell them to sign up. Yeah.
That's gonna be so exciting.
It is. Oh. This will be short, and then we can get up out of here. Just a question, basically. What is something that you're going to do for yourself this year?
I'm glad that we're talking about this because of the rant I just had. Work. So, my work-life balance, I think, needs to actually be balanced just a little bit. And I think, especially in light of everything that's happened in the past couple of weeks, with my family and everything, definitely wanting to pour more into myself and learning when to let things go. So what I'm going to start doing is I'm gonna just start taking days, just days to. I think, did I tell you I took a day off and I ended up just sleeping that whole day off?
You did not,
So,
but that sounds about right.
yeah, so I think I'm just gonna be doing that and also looking into getting massages done because
Yes.
you get a lot of, sitting and working and doing emails, all this other hoopla stuff and everything, and spreadsheets and data and variance. You get all this tense in your shoulders, in your joints, and yeah, you can sit there and say, oh, yeah, it's over with. I let it go. Da da da. Your body holding on to it. Yeah, your
That it
body holding
is.
on to it.
That it
So
is.
just trying to get more of a self care. Yeah. Did I say self? I said it with a list. I am trying to get more self care up in here. And just, yeah, just trying to do that. Just trying to get more self care.
I love that. Um, I definitely agree with you. Definitely balance work. Definitely um, make sure your work life balance is balanced. I'm definitely proud of you too for taking days off. And again, it's funny. It's funny the our age gap always pops up because I understand your generation and the generation before me, and the generation before me was work hard, blah blah blah, and they never took days off. Like I had
No.
coworkers, my coworkers that were older than me when I was teaching, they would almost never take time off. But the younger people that were younger than me, that came
Mm-hmm.
in 2 3 years after me, they would take off whenever they got a chance or whenever they were stressed. And I started
Yeah.
adopting that because like I saw both sides. I'm like, okay, showing up all the time and being present, it does send a positive message to your employees like, oh, I can depend on them. They're going to be here. But at the same time, you realize when you
Mm-hmm.
get older, if you're not vying for a certain position or you're not competing for anything really, or you're not trying to stand out or there's no real motivation behind it, it really doesn't make any sense. They're giving that's your free money that they're basically
Yeah.
giving you to take time off. And also, it's cool to take time off just to hit the reset button, just to relax, just
Mm-hmm.
to decompress. Maybe you need a long weekend. I'm very big on that. And
Not running yourself ragged.
right, and by the grace of God, I have a job. I have unlimited PTO,
Ah,
and
you is so
I
lucky.
am so basically, if my work is done, I'm good. Like if my
Yeah.
work is done, I'm good. But I'm also remote, so I would really only need to use PTO like if I had like a big project that I need to be working on. Because I mean, if I decide to travel or do anything, I need a screen, maybe two, right? But
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on something small. I can just travel and be working
Yeah.
remotely. But yeah, I realized the importance of taking that time off when I was probably in my 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And I really get it now that I'm older because I've had to adapt to stress. Like you're used to living as stressful as you're living right now. I
Yeah.
wasn't used to that. That kind of it ebbed and flowed. It wasn't an everyday thing, but with the emergence of social media and the boom of information, that kind of hit us in our 30s. Like we
It's
kind of had to learn.
overwhelming.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. So
Mm-hmm.
we had to learn like, oh, I'm super stressed. Like, why am I having health issues and all this stuff? It's like because
Yeah.
your literal life is changing and you're making decisions based on these changes, and that work life thing that's a big part of it, man. And I'm just going to definitely say a prayer tonight for just everyone who's just going through anything employment wise. The, the,
It's a lot.
the president has been doing a lot. The tariffs are going to hurt. People are getting laid off and there are cutbacks, and it's a scary time for that. because it's getting more expensive out there today. Like, I went to the grocery store today, prime example. I only bought 3 packs of hot dogs, 2 packs of bacon. I'm going to say that again. 3 packs of hot dogs, 2 packs of bacon was all the meat that I bought. Mm-hmm. And my grocery bill is about almost $100.
Mm-hmm.
So,
why are eggs $10?
Yeah, like it's I ain't even buy my main squeeze stuff. Like, I bought some soda that was on sale, cereal, got me a beer, coffee creamer. Like, I got some small miscellaneous stuff, cookies, but it's just like, yo, and I was like, typically it's the meat that gets you, which is why I said, named all the meat first. But it's like everything is just it's constantly going up, man. It's just
the whole like sale, like when you get stuff on sale, it's not even on sale anymore. Like the way that it feels, it's like, bro, eggs is like $10, limit to only 2. Got it, cool. They, because I've been going to the grocery store and I've been like, okay, my max today, $30. I should be able to hit what I need to get, $30. No, I've always been over it. And I'm just like, first of all, I'm getting spinach.
30 is crazy. What kind of grocery shopper are you?
Well, I get produce. So I already have like all of my meats and everything in the freezer. So I'm just getting like my produce, and I don't really get like anything like snacks related, because my snacks just end up being like fruit or like raw vegetables and just being like done. And so it's like, I'm going to get produce. I'm supposed to be getting some halos, some grapes, maybe a little pack of berries, and some spinach and eggs. $30. Why? Why? Why is the bag of grapes? There's barely even a vine of grapes on there, or what's it called? A bunch. It's barely even a full bunch of grapes in the bag. $6 for what? It's not even a pound. That's not even a pound.
Grapes are expensive.
They so expensive. And then, oh my gosh, especially if you try to get them fresh, brother. Oh my gosh, you get some grapes.
I'll be damned.
I get so mad.
I'll be damned.
It's $6 a bag for these grapes. I get them Sunday. They gone by Tuesday. Why? Because there's only 30 grapes. There's only 30 grapes, and then if you get the 2 bag, then you done spent practically $12, $15 on grapes, and then they all mushy. Now I gotta put the grapes in the freezer because I don't want them if they mushy.
Not you put the grapes in the freezer to firm them up.
I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
They make a delicious snack. Or you could just go ahead and toss them in the smoothie. Get a little grape juice action in your smoothie.
You got me thinking about how many times I got smacked up going to Wegmans.
Oh, I'm so Wegmans, they will never see me. When they see me go through, I know when they see me on them security cameras, I don't want to be up in there, because I'm just like, bro, I'm about to spend just $30 just breathing up in here, because they so pricey. Talking about sale this, sale that. No, ain't no sale. Talking about, we got these garbanzo beans, only $3.99 a can.
I love Wegmans, man. Wegmans, the pizza was good. The deli section was popping. The Asian bar.
I love me a Danny's favorite toasted, but the prices went up. I said, Capicola's how much?
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, but I'm like, we could just take the pig back outside. Like, we could do something with it, but it should not be that much. And also, I've noticed that they've cut back. Them subs used to be gigantic. You could get one sub and have it cut into little quarters. Boom. That it could be 4 meals if you think about it, because the bread was just so thick. Now they sit there, throw a little one slice of ham, one little slice of turkey, one little slice, and I'm just like, I know that we cutting back on certain things, but y'all used to give the meats away like you were gonna give us the gout earlier. So what's going on?
I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
Yo, I like Angry Ericca. Your rant, yo.
And then it's really bad because I'm talking out loud in the grocery store too. When I'm just, and it doesn't help. I always imitate the one dude. Is it from Baby Boy Wings? $40. I say that out loud all the time. When I'm like, I guess I get me some garbanzo beans. $4. It's a can of beans. I said, this is what you're supposed to eat when you broke.
Welcome to Wegmans.
I'm talking about, look at our choices. I don't want your choices. I don't want them.
Delicious and clean.
And also, I said, look at y'all's mangoes, just mushy and depressed. I don't want it.
I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
Anyway, I'm stopping your rant. What I'm going to do for myself this year is buy myself a home. That is the big thing I want to do. That is what I'm working towards.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, I just hit another milestone today. Transfer some money. Looked at that savings account. I said, all right, next bracket up. Nice. Love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do for myself, man.
As you should.
Message to the brothers. Brothers. White collar, blue collar, street, club,
collar,
ballroom, boardroom,
boiler room.
Yeah, that too. Maintenance.
Oh.
Yo, man, this is a simple one. I think at least once a quarter. So once a season, you should do something really nice for yourself, fellas.
Treat yourself.
I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Oh? Yeah, treat yourself and get up with your homies. I'm trying to get up with my homies this year. And I told them I was gonna come to something, and then my mom reminded me my family reunion is that same weekend. I don't know, because I did pull a who all gonna be there.
Hey,
but
sometimes you gotta do that.
If you don't get up with your guys, if you don't, see each other often, man, do it. We just don't do that, man. That's been popping up in my life lately, like just checking in with the homies and stuff like that. And we need to get up so we can just recharge our energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, my homies is just working, being family men, and not doing anything for themselves. We're not doing anything or hanging out with each other like we did in college. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, we can figure this out. We figured out all this other life stuff and balancing all this other stuff. We can figure out how to spend time with each other and do the foolish things that we like to do and the fun stuff that we like to do. So, fellas, that's what I'm challenging you to do. At least once a quarter, do something nice for yourself, man. Like, get up with the homies and, do a barbecue, go to a nice restaurant or try a new restaurant you haven't tried. Go on a trip. If you got the bread, hey, go on a trip 4 times a year, 2-3 times. Ain't got to be a big trip. You can go to another state, a couple of hotel night stay. You know what I'm saying?
Little staycation.
Yeah, even in your own town. My homegirl does that. Every once in a while, she'll book a hotel and just stay there for the weekend, for to do that.
Get some room service. Yeah, wear a nice bathrobe. I lost your bathrobe.
Ladies and gentlemen, we love you. We hope you have been taking care of yourselves physically, mentally, and financially. We want you to continue to take care of yourselves physically, mentally, and financially. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, FME_podcast. Don't forget, if you are looking for love and you are in the Columbia, South Carolina, and surrounding areas, Way to the Heart is going to be filmed. It's a dating show that's going to be filmed in Columbia, South Carolina this summer. The link is in the description for you to sign up for our dating show. Again, it's not about embarrassing people or talking trash about people. The big premise is going to be on cooking and culinary skills. So If you don't know how to cook, then yeah, if you fill out an application and you get selected for the show and you get on there and you don't know how to cook, you gonna be embarrassed because a big part of it centers around food. So I'm letting you know now. If you can't cook, dash on you, okay?
Then
But
learn how to make some.
But now we want to make meaningful connections and we want people to actually work out and last. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited, man. So make sure you follow me, complete_vision, FME_podcast. You can see Way to the Heart stuff on there. Carl J. Van, founder of Pastor P's app. Follow him on Instagram. Follow Pastor P's app on Instagram. All those links are in the description. And yeah, we love y'all. And until next week, take care of yourselves physically, mentally, and financially. We'll catch y'all.
Bye-bye.